Breaking news from the courtroom where former President Trump decided to be inside that courthouse today and face the judge who ruled he committed fraud. In just the last 5 minutes, he was speaking to reporters, defending himself again to cameras outside that courtroom. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard is there for us. I think that's time number 3, right? Going in, leaving for lunch, and now he's seen a bank of cameras again and stopped. What did he have to say this time?
And every time that Donald Trump has had the opportunity to take the microphone, he has taken that microphone. Of course, Donald Trump could very well decide to testify himself and go before the judge and actually answer questions of the prosecutors, but there's been no indication that he intends to do that. Instead, he's going to use the microphones that are available to him, and he will continue to talk. Take a listen to part of what he just said just moments ago.
And this rogue judge, a Trump hater, the only one that hates Trump more is his associate up there, his person that works with him. She's screaming into his ear on almost every time we ask a question. A disgrace.
Now, Chris, he spoke for several minutes, and as you can hear the sirens, several of the streets around the courthouse are shut down. His motorcade awaits for him. It is not clear whether he intends to stay through the afternoon. Of course, the only way for Donald Trump to actually hear the pending trial go forward is by being in the courtroom himself and hearing his own attorneys come to his defense. But as for the other remarks that Donald Trump said, we're listening to the several minutes of remarks. Of course, there are the personal attacks against the Attorney General, Letitia James, suggesting this is nothing short of a witch hunt, and that she, ever since she first ran for Attorney General, has been, in his own words, out to get him, and that's exactly what this lawsuit is. But he's also made direct attacks on the judge overseeing this case, suggesting that he should even be disbarred. Now, he also made some very specific remarks that nobody was ever defrauded through this, nobody ever lost money, the banks didn't lose money, that the lenders didn't lose money here. This will ultimately play out over the next 2 to 3 months and will be the determination of the judge, the extent to which he is liable for these financial fraud claims. But he also made reference of the appellate court's ruling over the summer in which Ivanka Trump was taken out as a defendant. She is no longer going to be taking the stand, or she, I should say, is no longer a defendant along with her brothers and her father in the Trump organization in this case. Just last week, the appellate court had thrown the ball back into this judge's determinations to analyze the extent to which the statute of limitations may clear Donald Trump from facing the civil suit brought by the New York Attorney General, suggesting numerous claims that are made by the prosecutors happened at a time previous to which he can be liable for. Ultimately, the appellate court, much to the chagrin of Donald Trump, did not expressly rule in his favor and did not throw this suit out. He was hoping that at least this court proceeding would be delayed, but instead the appellate court said that it could continue and that today, this Monday, would be the first day of the proceedings. The question is still potentially outstanding whether the appellate court could, down the road, jump back into this case, which Donald Trump in his remarks clearly was urging and is clearly hoping for, suggesting that he is believing that this judge would be a biased one, and that, as the judge laid out in his own ruling just last week, is somebody who is unlikely to rule in his favor in these months ahead.
That has been his consistent defense, as the courts have not been kind to him in recent years, but still months to go in this trial. Vaughn Hilliard, thank you.